The next recession is coming. The question is, do you want to get prepared to survive it and thrive it? Hi, it's Cam from Premier Property, and I'm going to discuss with you today one of the 7 key under the radar indicators that will really help you to assess where you are in the property market at any given time. So let's jump straight into this. So one of the key under the radar indicators is house building. Now there's 2 ways that you can actually measure house building. One of the ways that you can measure house building is in the way that the anticipated stock that is up for completions, properties that are being built over a period of time. Now there are charts that you can check, so feel free to check Piers, Hunt and Woodford, where in their house building completions chart you can actually assess how many properties are being built over a period of time. Now anticipated doesn't really mean anything to us. What we want is reality on what's actually being completed. So they're the ones that we're more interested in. So the second way that you can actually measure the house building is by the completions of house building that is happening right now. Now you check these charts and what you'll find is that every time there's a house building peak, it's followed by a recession. You can assess this Q2 in 1990. It happened in the same way. House building, it peaked, and straight away, straight after, what we found was there's a recession. And it happened again in Q3 in 2007. House building peak, and straight after the house building, what happens is followed by a recession in the property market. And it's really interesting if you assess where we are right now. When you meet someone in a lift, what they're talking about? They're talking about developing in property. You meet someone in a restaurant, you hear the conversations. What are people talking about? They're talking about developing. Everyone seems to be turning into a developer. Now, trust me on this, we're developers ourselves at Premier Property, but there is a way that you can do this correctly and there's a way that you can do it in the wrong way. And there are so many developers right now, just being honest with you, that are about to lose their money just because it's not their fault. They just haven't experienced the property market downfalls. Investing for over 30 years, what I've realized is that when recessions actually come along, they really come along quick and fast, and they can be really hard, especially when all the experts out there are saying, you know, everything is nice and easy, and Mark Carney in his chocolatey voice is saying that everything is calm. So just be aware of this. Now, there is a way that you can actually measure and make sure that you're investing right now. So if you're starting out, you should be getting really excited right now, because there's so many people that are scared out there just because they don't know what to do. So I'm going to share a method with you that you can actually make your property investing secure and sound. And it's exactly what we do at Premier Property, and we're investing right now, as you know, and we're active heavily into property right now. But we're also conscious of what's actually coming up. So how do you do this? How do you invest in property correctly now and factor in the recession? So here's what we're doing at Premier Property right now. Now, depending on your strategy, it doesn't really matter what strategy it is, you can use the same formula. So whether that's buy-to-let or HMOs or rent-to-rents or developments, you know, some of these strategies which I'll be covering with you on another video, you can do exactly the same thing. All you have to do is remember these simple numbers. So every deal that we're doing, whatever the cost is, the whole encompassing cost, we're adding in a profit margin of 33.33%. So you have your end value and you have all of your costs. At the end of it, there's going to be a profit margin of 33.33%. And the second part is this, that you have the right time frame for the right strategy. You know, some people, the mistake they make is that what they think is that you know, they need to get all of their money back out of that deal as quick as possible. Now at Premier Property, we do this in a sensible way where you can actually achieve results. Not pie in the sky stuff, but actually practically making it work. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you've got to make it work, haven't you? So how do we do this? Well, it's about having the right time frame depending upon the strategy. So this 33.33% on some of our projects, such as the development projects, we'll get that from day one of actually doing the deal. We understand that as soon as we get planning, we're going to get the 33.33%. In fact, you know, the number of projects that we've got going on right now, we've got 3 projects that we're developing right now. One of them, which is in London, we're building 5 flats. 5 flats on a high street with a commercial at the bottom as well. We're going to keep the commercial. And what we're finding is that the margin there is over 130%. So the great thing about developments is that you can build these great margins in. At the same time, I love doing really small deals as well, because small doesn't mean small really. Small means it's very effective and it puts money in your pocket so that you've got your financial future. Done. So with buy-to-lets, it doesn't necessarily happen day one. It does sometimes, but not always. So the key is about building in a time frame. And the maximum time frame that we have at Premier Property is 36 months. So you can do a deal where you can build a profit margin in of 33.33%. And you could do this on day one, and you can do it over a maximum of 36 months. And of course, anything in between, if you're following what I'm saying. Now, that's the second part. Now, the third part makes it even more exciting, because this is when you really release the funds. You release the money that you've already put into that investment. Now, all you have to do is simply, and we do this at Premier Property, is you simply do a remortgage at 75%. So you got your new value, because you've added value, you've raised it. You've got the margin of 33.3%. And with the new value, all you now have to do is remortgage at a 75% loan to value, 75% finance. Now, if you assess this, and you can run the numbers through this as well, you'll find that your project, your deal, at 75% refinanced, after you've added that margin in, you now have no money left in that deal. So your seed capital that you actually spent in the first place comes straight back to you. A really trusted process that we have at Premier Property. Feel free to use this, test it, share it. Now, by using this information, like us at Premier Property, you can also move forward right now. And let's keep it honest. There are so many people out there that are worried, they're concerned, they're unsure, there's Mr. Brexit happening, all that happening. Just keeping in mind that you can really move forward. You can be the calm between that storm, where you know what to do and you've learned what to do. And this is what keeps us at Premier Property moving forward. Being conscious and aware of what is happening, however, having systems and processes that allow us and allow you to actually move forward right now before it's too late. Because it's going to be too late when the recession hits and it's the bottom of the property market, because you will be the person with those relationships already created. You'll know how to do viewings with estate agents, you'll know how to do deals with vendors, you'll know how to do the numbers, and you've done this now. Thanks for watching the video. It's Kam at Premier Property, helping you to take your property investing to the next level. Feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.